Redskin Robbie, your host for Pigskin Players. Jump up on it for the 2018 season.
All right, mister, what do you think you're doing?
Welcome back to Pigskin Players. Your host Redskin Robbie. We're going to take the preseason week 3 games. We got 4 matchups. Stay with us. Let's jump into that first matchup. We got the Packers versus the Raiders. Now the Packers have a lot of quarterbacks that everybody's been wanting to watch. Deshaun Kaiser from Cleveland. They got Brett Hundley, the 2-year pro out of UCLA. But I'm looking to find Aaron Rodgers. And I want to see Aaron Rodgers hit his 2 wide receivers, Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams. Let's not forget about his tight ends, Lance Kendricks and, oh yes, Jimmy Graham. Big hands, big target. He will definitely find that red zone with Aaron Rodgers. Let's go ahead and dive into the Packers defense, led by the anchor defensive tackle Muhammad Wilkerson. He's going to have help with Nick Perry and Clay Matthews, bringing them blitzes from the outside, allowing Clinton Dix and Tramon Williams to go up there and read Derek Carr's eyes when he's getting moved off the spot and go up for them interceptions. Let's go ahead and jump into the Raiders offensively. They got their superstar quarterback, Derek Carr, also their backup, E.J. Manuel, both get a little bit of time. I like to see Derek Carr get out to his new wide receiver, Jordy Nelson, get something big against his former team, make Aaron Rodgers sizzle on that sideline. What about Seth Roberts, Amani Cooper? They're going to also get open. They should get their cookies as well. Ryan Switzer, special teams, look out for him as well. Martavius Bryant, they traded a 3rd-round draft pick for him. Suspension is still kind of unknown. He's been working it out in them preseason games. Let's go ahead and flip over to the defensive side for the Raiders. Now, defensively, they got Mario Edwards, their 2 rookies, Maurice Hurst out of Michigan, and also Arden Key. Who you say? Arden Key? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Redskin Robbie said it first. Arden Key. Khalil Mack doesn't look like he's gonna play. Arden Key. I said it 3 times. Look for him. They also got Derek Johnson. They acquired from the Chiefs because they just let him go. Veteran. He's going to bring a lot of leadership with Bruce Irvin as well. What about that defensive backfield of the Raiders? Everybody wants to see that. They got Leon Hill. They got the rookie Garyon Connolly, who should step up. Also, Marcus Gilchrist is back there at safety. Going to be ball hawking. Let's go ahead and jump into our next matchup. And Pigskin Players, next matchup is the Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to start offensively with the Titans. The Titans got that QB, Marcus Mariota, also his backup, Blaine Gabbert. Now, Dion Lewis came over from the Patriots. He looks very, very happy. He should be on the receiving end of a lot of receiving yards from Marcus Mariota. What about Delaney Walker, the big tight end? He's going to get out there. He's a big target. Defenses have to key on that man. Their receivers, Tajay Sharp, Rashad Matthews, Corey Davis. Those guys need to get open. Give targets to Mariota so he can use that arm and get you into the money zone. Also, Mariota, he's got wheels. Hey, gets outside pocket, get out, get them positive yards on the ground. Now, the defensive side of the Titans, pretty nice. Jarrell Casey, big defensive tackle. He's going to hold on that line and hopefully make Big Ben and Mason Rudolph and Landry Jones run for their life. Also, Brian Arakpo, great outside linebacker, will come with the blitzes. Will Compton, going to take that middle linebacker position. And also Wesley Woodyard. The linebacking core of the Titans are their strength. Now let's go ahead and flip into the Steelers offensively. Now, offensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Big Ben was in the concussion protocol, got injured there in practice, but he looks good. We might not see a lot of him, so I'm going to go ahead and move to Mason Rudolph and Landry Jones, who I think will take most of the snaps. They should be looking for their running backs, Stephen Ridley, James Conner. They're going to get it on the ground, but hey, let's get him into the flats as well. Also, Antonio Brown. I don't know how much he'll play, but let's get a big play. Post pattern, down deep, that scored for 6. Also, Juju. We can't forget about our boy Juju. That speed, unmatched. The Titans are going to have to bring it for him. Now, the Steelers defense, they got a strong D-line, boys. They got Cameron Hayward. They also got Hargrove. Stephen Tuitt from Notre Dame, who has done nothing but been explosive for them. What about their linebackers? Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, Ooh, they got hands, they got speed, great awareness. And also Joe Hayden. I like to see Joe Hayden get some work. You know what I'm saying? Don't let Corey Davis get on you. Don't let Rashard Matthews get open. Now, let's go into our next matchup. Stay with us. Woo! And jumping into our third matchup, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Chargers. Now, we're going to start with the offensive side of the Chargers. Drew Brees, Tom Savage. We're going to go Drew Brees. I want to see Drew Brees stay in there until at halftime, get at least 200 yards passing, 2 TDs, and no turnovers. No fumbles, no interception, Mr. Brees. Alvin Kamara, explosive. I want to see that boy run, catch. Hey, get both those touchdowns, one receiving, one on the ground. You're strong, you're fast. Keep it up. His backup, Shane Vereen, is going to get a few carries. What I'd like to see from him is that power and able to get to the outside. What about Michael Thomas leading those wide receivers? Whew, gonna be big with him and Ted Ginn also in the return game. Look for something explosive to come out of him. Now defensively for the Saints, got Cameron Jordan, but they also took their first round draft pick and got Marcus Davenport, speed rusher. That guy is gonna give Phillip Rivers some nightmares before this game. Also, they got Alex Okafor. They also got Manti Te'o leading those linebackers. Don't forget about Ken Crawley, and also last year's Defensive Player of the Year rookie, Marshawn Lattimore. That boy sideline to sideline, jams, presses, pretty much does everything that a shutdown corner needs to do. Let's go ahead to the offensive of the Chargers. Now the Chargers offensively, we all know they got the big man behind center, and that's who? Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers, he's probably just going to throw the ball all over the place. They have the Chargers predicting to be the AFC champions. I see a lot of holes. I see a lot of explosiveness. One of their explosiveness people are going to be Keenan Allen, wide receiver, Mike Williams, wide receiver, and Travis Benjamin. Travis Benjamin, we all know what he can do. He's small, but very shifty. Keenan Allen, they say he could possibly be a top 3 receiver. I mean, that's pretty great. The run game of Melvin Gordon, a lot of people don't talk about it, but that boy might hit 1,200 yards this season. You heard it here first, boys, on Pigskin Players. Now we're going to jump into the defensive side of the Chargers, and they're led by who? Joey Bosa, the defensive end. Also along with their linebacker, Melvin Ingram. Also defensive end, Corey Liggett. Those guys are too legit to quit, baby. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come, move Drew Brees off that pocket. But again, Drew Brees isn't worried because when he gets outside that pocket, he finds Michael Thomas, Benjamin Watson, somebody wide open. But I like to see their explosive player, Derwin James, who they just drafted this year, safety. Hopefully they put him in the box. Hopefully he can get on Alvin Kamara. That's going to be his job. Pigskin Players, one more matchup. Stay tuned. And our last matchup consists of the Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go ahead and jump in offensively with the Arizona Cardinals. Now offensively, the Arizona Cardinals, they have Sam Bradford, aka Mr. Glass. Hopefully they don't keep him in there for more than a couple of drives because you don't want him injured. He's your starting quarterback. You got Mike Glennon. You also got the young rookie, Josh Rosen. You don't want to throw them into the fire so quickly. But the man I'm looking to see is David Johnson out of the backfield. Last year, big injury, ruined the whole rest of his season. Didn't really get to come out and perform. But this year, watch out. He is going to be coming out of the backfield, running, power, ISOs. He's going to do it all. He's going to be the man this year. And along with the Wiley veteran, Larry Fitzgerald, that guy, I mean, he's probably going to play until he's 50 years old. He doesn't age. Again, they got that good wide receiver too, Christian Kirk. Young rookie, tall, big target. I expect for him to have a big game against his Cowboys defense. Now on the defensive side of the Cardinals, they got that defensive line that doesn't look too great. They do have Chandler Jones. They do have Corey Peters there. They should stuff the run, but the pass rush, it's going to be hurting. Hassan Reddick, their linebacker, young rook, he looks to be ready, fits into that defensive scheme. I'd like to see him get about 4 or 5 tackles in this game. And of course, you got to remember the shutdown quarter, Patrick Peterson. He's going to be looking into that backfield. He's going to be looking at Dak Prescott. He's going to wait for him to fire back his arm and watch out because he is that ball hawk. We're going to go ahead and jump into the Dallas Cowboys offense, and that starts off with who? Dak Prescott and who? Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that guy again. No domestic problems, no injury problems. He might look to lead the NFL this year in rushing behind that strong offensive line of the Cowboys. Who is that? Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Collins, and Travis Fredrickson? All those dudes are all pros. That guy should get easily 1,500 yards from the line of scrimmage. But Dak Prescott, you need to step it up. Not just running out of the pocket and avoiding some rushes, getting a couple yards with your legs. You need to use that arm, use your eyes, read these defenses. You don't have that Dez Bryant, that number 1 target anymore. You got Terrence Williams, Tavon Austin, Cole Beasley. They're going to need your help to make plays for you. Now let's go ahead and flip into the Cowboys defensively. Now the Cowboys defensively are going to be led by DeMarcus Lawrence, who signed his franchise tag. He's going to be bringing the pressure for Sam Bradford, Rosen, and Mike Glennon, along with Taco Charlton. Yes, I said Taco Charlton. He plays the opposite side of DeMarcus Lawrence, and he will also be applying the pressure. I want to see Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, and their new rookie linebacker, Leighton Vander Esch. That's right, Vander Esch. He, highly touted. They took their first round pick with him. He's going to be good. Sean Lee needs to stay healthy. Jalen Smith showed great flashes from that linebacker position last season. But again, their defensive backfield, not really much to mention there. Xavier Woods, the safety, he's decent. But again, no pass rush, no linebacker rush. That one safety, Woods, is not going to be enough to stop the Cardinals offense. Now our player spotlights. We got our player spotlights for the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Me, myself, I'm choosing J.J. Nelson. Yes, I didn't talk about him in my preview, but I'm talking about him now. Speed, drags underneath. He should get about 4 receptions and about 50 yards, and maybe even a trip to the end zone. And now the spotlight for the Packers-Raiders game. Of course, you know who I'm going to spotlight. Everybody wants to say Aaron Rodgers, but nah, I'm going to go with Jimmy Graham. His 6'5" frame should at least get about 6-7 targets from Aaron Rodgers and the other quarterbacks. 6-7 targets should equal to about 70 yards and also a trip to the end zone. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into the player spotlight for the Saints and the Chargers. Now, of course, the Saints and the Chargers got a lot of weapons, but I'm going to choose Alvin Kamara. Why am I choosing Alvin Kamara? Because the kid's explosive. Every time he touches the ball, I'm going to be up out of my seat, wondering where the juke's going to come, where the move's going to come. Hey, I want to see 50 and 50. 50 yards receiving, 50 yards on the ground, and a touch. That would be lightning in a bottle. Thanks for tuning in to Pigskin Players, your host, Redskin Robbie. I invite you back every week. Like I said, we're week-to-week NFL fix. We have it all for you. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Ring that bell so you know every time Redskin Robbie's on your mail. See you next week.